Miranda here with Alkali Creek Art. Today we're opening January's Paletteful packs. Getting right into it, first thing we see when we open up the box is the prompt card. And I don't know what to say, like another monthly prompt after October, only 2 months away. I wasn't sure if I was ready for that. So I'm like, I think I could do it though, as long as I kept things really super simple. And it says Penuary. I looked that up, and Penuary is actually a writing challenge. So it's for basically people who write books, novels, that sort of thing. You're supposed to write a certain number of pages every day in January. However, Paletteful Packs, it looks like, has adopted that to themselves to create a challenge for drawing with pens every day. So you can see from the video here, we have an entire selection of different pens. 3 are the same, just different color. And then we have the fine liner with Pitt, and this here is the pen holder. It will hold supposedly up to 4 pens and 12 pencils, but I'm not going to keep it. It's going in the box of things to get rid of. And then really nice Stonehenge paper. I believe this was 90 pound. I can't quite see the cover again there, but always nice when we get Stonehenge paper. So I decided, since we are doing 31 drawings and I need to keep them really simple, I would take some of the paper and cut it into fourths. And you can see I finished up cutting that all, and I have these small 4x4 squares. Since the paper's 8x8, cutting it into fourths makes it 4x4. And that's what I'll be using. I started out by testing all my supplies just on a regular piece of copy paper. And the brush pen things are kind of scratchy. They don't go down very smoothly. And shortly after that, I tested them with water to see how much they would smear. Day 1's prompt was new, and I had just watched the Frugal Crafters watercolor video on the Mylar balloons. Couldn't get that out of my head, so I had to do that. The actual time this drawing took me was 11 minutes and 40 seconds. I was trying to keep each of these very short and simple because I did not have another Inktober in me yet. Day 2 is tasty. I did this cute little ice cream cone. The actual time this one took me was 10 minutes and 54 seconds. And I used that other paper as a ruler, and it kind of smeared. So these do stay wet longer than you would think. So keep that in mind as you're using them yourself. Gave it some shading, labeled it, and called it good. Day 3 was snow, and this one actually took a long time. This was 26 minutes and 57 seconds. So I think that was my longest one in this one. And I think it's because I used it more as paint, and the drawing was a little more complex, but it was really fun. Of course, this ends up being my favorite one. Imagine that, one where I can actually paint is a favorite. For these trees, I just did the line drawing with the blue and then took a water brush and kind of spread that water out and then diluted it with water in the background for the trees, and then didn't like it. It wasn't like standing out enough, so I took the blue pen and I lined it all again. So that was kind of neat. Day 4 was bear. This one took 20 minutes and 44 seconds, so that's my second longest so far. And I redid the eyes. They looked too much like human eyes, so I made them more slanted up and wanted to give the bear kind of a smirk. That's why the mouth is a little bit crooked. I was trying for a smirk, believe it or not, and I don't know. You tell me in the comments below. Did it come out as a smirk, or does the mouth just look crooked? You'll have to decide. Day 5 was ending. 9 minutes and 14 seconds for this one. Kept it super simple. And I like the way this turned out. I tried to erase some of my lines though, and it smeared, and then I gave it longer and tried to erase, and it still smeared, so don't do that. Day 6 was baby. 15 minutes, 59 seconds. So another third longest so far. And this one's cute, and I don't know why I didn't think of it. I used the gray for shading, and I should have done the water brush technique with this because the gray is pretty dark just from the pen straight, and so the shading kind of just looks like darker, thicker lines, and I could probably still go back and smooth those out with water, make them lighter. But anyway, last one was snow. 9 minutes, 15 seconds. There's nothing easier or more satisfying than a snowman. I just love them, and I think they always turn out looking really nice, so Snow is snowman. And here's the flip through of the first 7. If you want to see how the rest of the month turns out, make sure you subscribe down in the bottom and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you have a fantastic week. We will see you next week.